Could, would, and should are all used to talk about possibility, about possible events or situations. Make sure you watch to the end of this video because I'm going to give you a few nice idioms and expressions that we often use with could, would, and should. And if you like this video, please like, subscribe, and hit the bell button so you don't miss my future videos. Thanks. We use could to say that an event or situation is possible. We use would to talk about what will happen in an imagined or unreal situation. And we use should to say what is a good thing to happen. Let's have a look in a bit more detail. Could can be used in a number of ways. Firstly, as the past form of can. I have another video about this, so check out the link above and in the description for my lesson about can, could, and be able to. We also use could to say that an action or situation is possible in the present or future. For example, I could go shopping today. I'm saying that it's possible. I'm not saying I will go. Maybe I will, maybe I won't, but I could. It's possible. We usually give more information, so I would say, for example, if I get paid, I could go shopping today. Another example, my friend could visit me next week. It's possible, but maybe he won't. Maybe he will have other plans, or maybe just choose not to. We can also use could to talk about situations that are not realistic. For example, I'm so hungry I could eat a horse. This is a common English expression, by the way. Of course, I couldn't really eat a horse. Or I'm so tired I could sleep for a week. We use could have to talk about possibility in the past. For example, my test went badly, but it could have been worse. So it was bad, but it wasn't a disaster. Another example, I was lucky when I fell over. I could have been hurt. I'm talking about something in the past that was possible, but it did not happen. I wasn't hurt, but I could have been. We can use could to say something would not be possible. For example, I couldn't live in a busy city. I'd hate it. I'm saying that this unreal situation would not be possible for me. Luckily, I don't live in a busy city. I live in the countryside. For the past, we use couldn't have. My holiday was amazing. It couldn't have been better. My holiday was so amazing, nothing could have made it better. It was perfect. We use would to talk about imagined situations, situations that are not real. For example, I would like to be a millionaire. I like the idea of being a millionaire. I want to be a millionaire, but it's not real. I would like to be a millionaire. My friend wouldn't want to be a doctor. It's not real because he's not a doctor, and I can imagine that this would not be a good job for him. He wouldn't like all the blood. I'd help you, but I don't have time. I'm saying that if I had the time, if I wasn't busy, I would help you. We often use would in conditional sentences, and it's in unlikely situations. For example, if I had $1 million, I would buy a Ferrari. In this case, I don't have $1 million, so it's an unreal situation. Of course, it's possible that one day I'll have $1 million, but it's pretty unlikely. When talking about imagined situations in the past, we use would have. For example, I would have called you, but I didn't have your number. I didn't have your number, so I didn't call you. We can use wouldn't to say that someone refused to do something. For example, I asked Chris to clean the kitchen, but he wouldn't do it. He said no. My car wouldn't start this morning. My car refused to start. It wasn't working properly. Finally, we can use would to talk about things that happened regularly in the past. For example, when my sister and I were children, we would often play in the garden. It's similar here to used to. We can say we used to play in the garden. We use should to say that it is a good idea to do something, that something is the right thing to do. For example, you look sick. You should go to the doctor. It's a good idea to go to the doctor so you can get better. The government should improve education. Improving education is the right thing to do. Should we go to the party or should we stay at home? Is going to the party a good idea? We can use shouldn't to say that something is not a good thing to do. For example, you shouldn't smoke. It's bad for your health. We often use should with I think to show our opinion or to ask for someone else's opinion or advice. For example, you look tired. I think you should go to bed. Or, I don't think you should go to the party. Do you think I should wear this shirt? We can also use should to say that something is not right, that we expect it to be different. For example, the price of this ticket is wrong. It should be £20, not £30. The ticket price says 30, but it's wrong. It should be 20. The driver should be wearing his seatbelt. He's not wearing his seatbelt. This is dangerous. He should wear the seatbelt. We can use should to say that we expect something to happen. For example, I've been studying a lot. I should pass the exam. I expect to pass the exam. I think I will pass the exam. It shouldn't be difficult to rent a car at the airport. I don't think it will be difficult to rent a car when we arrive at the airport. We use should have to talk about something that we didn't do, but it would have been a good idea to do it, to talk about regret in the past. For example, sorry I'm late, there was so much traffic, I should have taken the train. I would have been on time if I'd taken the train, but unfortunately I drove my car, so now I'm late. I regret not taking the train. We use shouldn't have to talk about something that we did do, but now we regret it. It was the wrong thing to do. For example, I feel terrible. I shouldn't have drunk so much last night. I drank too much beer and now I have a terrible hangover. Compare these two. There's a lot of traffic. You should take the train. There was a lot of traffic. I should have taken the train. You can see with the first, I'm giving my opinion or advice about what it is a good idea to do. And with the second, I'm giving my opinion about the past, what you should have done differently. Sometimes, instead of should, we use ought to. This is more formal. You ought to go to the doctor. You ought not go to the party. Do you think I ought to go to the doctor? Okay, the expressions I told you about. The first expression is with could. I couldn't care less. This means that I really do not care about something. In fact, I care so little, it would be impossible for me to care less. For example, have you heard the latest rumor about Kim Kardashian? Well, I would say, no, I couldn't care less. Next is, should be so lucky. We use this expression to say that something is very unlikely to happen and it's a sarcastic expression. For example, do you think John will get the promotion? He should be so lucky. It means I don't think he will get the promotion. In fact, I think it's very unlikely he will get the promotion. Or, I think she likes you. No way, I should be so lucky. Finally, I wouldn't count on it. This is a phrase that means you should not expect something to happen. Don't expect it, don't rely on it. Do you think I'll win the lottery this year? I wouldn't count on it. Or, I think I will pass the test without studying first. I wouldn't count on it. Alright guys, I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please like, subscribe and hit the bell button so you don't miss our future videos. And if you click the link in the description, you can go to the lesson page for this video where you can do a nice little quiz to practice using this grammar. Thank you very much for watching. See you next time.